Welcome to Austin, Texas, and Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, where the horns are up and this burnt orange crowd is ready to help Texas hook 'em. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 23 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Texas's offense will get the first swing of the game. And there he is, a man who makes an entire stadium hold its breath every time he touches the ball, Jesse.
This defense better have a lot of breath in this game, too, because he gets better as the game goes on. He's the kind of guy, David, who can wear a defense down.
And he is the primary focus. That's what this defense is focused and keyed in on. We got to stop him if we're going to have success today.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
You know, I know that wasn't a big gainer, but that's going to set some stuff up later for this offense. Trying to run the football and get it established is huge, because play-action pass is a big part of what they try to do when they're throwing the ball.
Bowles his way forward. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep him honest, pound that rock.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
And the Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Big fullback's got it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They'll run the option. Quick toss. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
You knew this offense wanted to come into this one, establishing the run, guys. They didn't even attempt to throw on their first drive. They were more physical. They were pushing guys around up front. And this guy caps it off with a nice touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So LSU's offense will go to work for the first time. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay. It's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early.
And he's running in the open. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
And that is a big hit. And that's a hit that I'm going, listen, from the OC, I'm the head coach. I don't want to take many of those. I want to run the RPOs and I want to run my quarterback. But, Palmer, I got to understand the difference between the critical situations when I want him to take hits and the other times when I want him to take a slot.
Yeah, you got to live to play another day. If you're this quarterback right now, you know this defense, their eyes are lighting up every time they see you take off and run. They know they're going to get those opportunities to try to put you down. You've got to slide. You've got to try to get out of bounds. You've got to really try to save yourself because this team needs you if they're going to win the game.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, LSU.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, Dave?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to the back. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Handoff to the lone back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Leaves it with the running back. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. You want to talk about a decision that could blow up in your face. Going for it inside your own 40. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. The Longhorns have their offense in high gear. They go to the ground. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
What a nice run there. And I tell you, Texas has always been a place where there have been outstanding running backs. This guy is the next in line. He's got vision, he's got speed, he's got power. It always seems like it takes multiple defenders to bring him down. Huge weapon in this offense.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking downfield, it's Algier. He's got his man. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable.
Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. It's complete to the right. Makes the catch and he's brought down. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. They'll try the right side. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires on the move. He's got it. He's run out of bounds. Play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. He'll keep it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 2nd down coming up.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker. You can tell. Locked in on the quarterback. Chases him down. Gets to him. Not only gets to him, doesn't let him break the tackle. Gets him on the ground.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he got loose, it was all over. The defense just lost track of it. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Texas offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Nice move to keep running.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's got it on the right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
And the Longhorns get enough for the first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Texas! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make the play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work?
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Toss sweep right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a...
tell you what, when the ball's tossed up the perimeter really quickly, you got to take really good angles. When I'm a safety and I'm spinning down, I'm trying to catch that guy. He's got so much space out there now. I don't have a lot of help from my defensive tackles or my defensive ends. Those are tough spots to be in. You could tell the running back won that battle, got a bunch of yards. Nice positive play for this.
The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field.
Alert, alert. Reload.
The give. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He's off. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no end. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
No monkey business. First down, from downhill, run the fullback. He gets in the end zone. Let's not make any bones about this. Be physical, run that thing, block those guys up front. Nice job by this offense taking care of business in the red zone.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Off play action on first down. Coming after it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. After the big first down sack, it's second down.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. They'll run it to the right. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And the Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Hands it off. Across the 25, he's got room. And the defense couldn't corral him, and they took it all the way. Touchdown, Texas! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient five-way scoring drive. And he punctuated that drive by ripping off a 38-yard run for 6. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that ball is picked off. Even with minimal gain on the return, they are working with a short field from the 36. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Floats it out in space. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. All wideouts, no backs. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's looking to throw it. He's going to take off. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Working that left side now. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
Give to the big fullback. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Nice job on 3rd and goal. You know what's coming. I know what's coming. The physicality, the offensive line doing a great job. And the fullback gets the handoff right up the gut, takes it downhill, uses his power, and falls into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Now improvising. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. One more snap coming before halftime.
Here we go.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Pass is incomplete first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. his elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package, and his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Longhorns will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. LSU. Playbook here on offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Quick completion on the out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And man coverage, where they get up in your face and they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Great discipline by the backside of the defense. This is my gap. This is where I'm supposed to be. Ball goes away, so be it. I got to stay home. Stays home, makes a great play for a loss.
On third down, he drops to throw. He looks that one in nicely. Got room at the 35. Oh, look out. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground right up the gut, looking for 6. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No reason to risk trying to field. Skips through the end zone, it'll be a touchback. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
So far, everything's just seemed to work for this offense when they wanted to run the football. Regardless of what down and distance it is, they're able to get it done. Up front, getting a lot of push, and these backs are finding the holes.
Nice move to keep moving. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be second and 3.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. It's still a successful play.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first.
Fire! Flare! Ready?
They'll try to get the first through the air. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Texas! And the stomping has commenced.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, and you keep finding them.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Texas.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Reads it, fires complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They'll run this play from the pistol.
42 spider. 4-2 spider.
Now the play fake. Firing to the right, complete. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Tigers with the 1st and 10. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He's going to pass. Quickly complete. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? The 8th play of the drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. And they'll bring it out to the 25. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
The lone back's got it. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Offense working from the pistol.
Man, that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the number 2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Yankee blue.
Now on the option. Now the toss. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, running up the middle, try different things to see what you can do.
And the Longhorns are on the move.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you got to have bounce. You can't always throw for it on third down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw, it's Algier. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. To the ground with the back. And he delivers the blow, and he's still running. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass? Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it, and right now he's doing some damage on this defense.
They'll try to get outside. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point in the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Trying to find his man on first down. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn him into a sack.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. The offense set for a first down play. They go to the end around to start the drive. That'll get them thinking. At the 45, on his way. Open runway ahead. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the route is on.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away.
Texas.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. He's looking to throw. On the move to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
And this punt will be down just inside.
Game-changing play right there because it looks like he's going to flip the field with a really good punt return, but then he coughs it up, and just like that, the offense is back on the field.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. At the 40, there he goes. Racing to the right. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Texas! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in him. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Wants to throw on first down. He makes the connection. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard, and he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the big fella on the ground.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
First down for the offense.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Takes the easy one to the back. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. The inside handoff. Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. They'll run the counter. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. It's good. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Going up top on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
6-9-1, Gators far.
Looking to pass. It's Algier. Using the quick game. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
Yeah, and when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Now the toss. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They try to pop a run on the draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Oh, look out. There he goes. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Give to the running back. Keeps those legs churning for 3 yards. He's down at the 9. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Texas offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Just trucks through it. He's up to 90 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
Yeah, and this offense doing more of what they do. This is the #1 offense in the country in 1st down. They find a way to continue to move the football, run, pass, so much balance. This offense is so good.
Goes to the option. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And they get him out of bounds, but not before a sizable pickup on that one. The Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a 1st down for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal for this offense. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Texas! And the pummeling has started. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. They'll try to pound their way in. He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scores. Now he makes his way in for the 2-point conversion. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
34. Texas.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And they'll mark it down at the 30. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Get ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win on to next week.
The option look. He'll pitch it. Inside the 35. He's up to 90 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Down to the 26-yard line, and a first down. On the option. Now the pitch.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. On the option. And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Now the pitch. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll go right back to him. And on that short gain, that will bring us to the end of this game. When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner and you remain unbeaten at this point. You've morphed into a championship contender.
Yes, but you don't want to peek too far ahead, Reese. You kind of want to be like, nothing to see here, just move on. We haven't accomplished what we wanted yet. We haven't accomplished what we set out to do. It's week 7. I know you guys got bigger hopes and bigger dreams than just being to week 7 and being undefeated.
And guys, I've been really impressed with this team because they just seemed to always have an identity. From the very beginning of the year, they knew who they were, they knew what they were going to go out and try to accomplish and how they wanted to dominate teams. And they've been able to do that to this point. So, David, to your point, just keep getting better every single week moving ahead. And this team could be in the college football playoff discussion.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer.